Hey guys, it's Ed here. Today's video will be a guide on Daiyan, and my opinions on her kit and whether to skip her or not. Let's start talking about her kit. She's a physical attacker, so all her skills deal only physical damage. Her basic attack is nothing special, lives up to the name of the basic. Her first skill costs 1 gauge and has no cooldown. Single target attack that dispels 1 buff. Her second skill is a self buff that costs 4 gauge with no cooldown. Gains 3 stacks of calibration and an extra stack of command and tuning for 1 turn. Her ultimate is a single target hit costing no gauge with a 6 turn cooldown. She will consume all calibration stacks and give herself a stack of permanent calibration, while reducing the cooldown of the ultimate based on her calibration stacks consumed. Her passive gives her gauges every turn, buffs, and permanent calibration stacks. Calibration is a buff that stacks to 10. Each stack gives 3% crit rate and crit damage. Permanent calibration is a buff that stacks to 3. Each stack giving the same crit rate and crit damage buff. Basically, her whole playstyle is to get as much calibration and permanent calibration stacks as possible. Once you hit 3 permanent calibration, if you use her second skill into extra command ultimate, the ultimate will have its cooldown reset completely. Her attachment set is obviously physical boost, since she does only physical damage, prioritizing the usual attacker substats. Team comp wise, she's a self buffer, therefore she does not really have any teammate requirements. Just put her anywhere that does not have anti-synergy. If you really want her to be a proper DPS, I suggest vertically investing her. If not, she's fine at V0, but just do not expect stellar results. Alright, with the guide done, here is the review and opinion part. The main thing holding her back is a pure physical damage. Being a physical character means you do not get access to specialized elemental debuff and phase weakness bonuses. In CN right now, physical remains the weakest archetype, and that has not helped Daiyan at all. On paper, she should be extremely strong as her buff modifiers are ridiculous alongside with high DPS damage cycle once she gets her stacks. Like a frontline Tololo kind of character, and we all know how Tololo will be strong in the future. However, unlike Tololo, she is physical, so is held back immensely. Another issue is how slow she stacks her permanent calibration stacks at V0R0. It will take multiple turns before she gets to her damage ceiling, and by then, maybe you just have a few turns left to enjoy the high damage ceiling. This is unfortunately how the CN meta is right now. As we are turn limited on endgame content, the best way to approach said content is to hit hard and fast. Therefore, characters that have good damage cycle startups will be more valued. This is because you waste less turns ramping up and just start dealing damage already. Daiyan, although strong when she's at her damage ceiling, she takes a while to get to that point. Hence, in a world of limited turns, her total damage is not that high. Note that this is at V0 of course. If you decide to vertically invest in her, her dupes make her gain calibration stacks insanely fast and fix this specific issue. If you ever get content that needs 25 turns or something, maybe she'll shine there. Or we get our physical rework, she definitely will become much stronger. In conclusion, she is a physical DPS character in a game without much physical related supports to aim her. Her damage cycle is too slow in the game, very fast front-loaded damage in meta. Hence, if you're looking for pool value, in my opinion, she's very skippable. If you're a waifu chaser or intend to vertically invest in her, then go ahead. Just note that she's being held back by being a physical character. That is all from me for today. Consider subscribing if you want to see more of my content, and thank you for watching as always.